Hello, and welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we come together and explore Ayurvedic wisdom, holistic healing, and spirituality, empowering individuals to explore their true nature and transform their life. I'm your host, Melinda Reese, Ayurvedic practitioner, Panchakarma specialist, and founder of Tahoe Ayurveda. And I am here to help you transform your life. Hello and welcome. Namaste. I'm back. I was on maternity leave and I gave birth to my beautiful son, Luca Joshua Fletcher, on March 12th. And I will definitely share more about the birthing journey and about Ayurveda and postpartum care and the transformations that have happened with this profound and divine journey. Today, with episode 26, it is going to be self-knowledge for self-healing. So I really want to go into the foundational theme of Ayurveda and what does that mean, self-knowledge for self-healing, and how do we empower ourselves to really advocate for our own health, happiness, and freedom. Okay, let's start with self knowledge. So, self knowledge is know thyself deeply and intimately, and really tune into your inner environment and really understand what supports you, what aggravates you, what is a balanced state. How do you feel energized? How do you feel positive? What's challenging? What aggravates your system? What foods work well for your digestion, what rhythm and flow serves you, what doesn't serve you, how do you find your true self, your true nature, and really align with those deep understandings, so that inner self knowledge. And it's also about not looking to the outside to tell you who you are or what you need, because you are your own unique being. There is nothing and no one else like you in this world. And so, from products to foods to experiences to musics to sounds to colors, taste, all these different things, they're not just across the board. Yes, there's a big market out there that wants to sell this one item to everyone and this kind of food to everyone, but it might not work for you, and it might work for someone else in your family or your partner or your child or a big collective of people. But who are you? Really slowing down to tune in and to listen, to understand who you are on a deep level, to know thyself, the self knowledge. And it's a journey. We change, more things get revealed as we go through life throughout time, till we can understand who we are and what serves us in this moment. And then that changes with the environments that we live in, the relationships that we're in, the work that we do, the stages of life that we're in. And different foods are going to really be balancing, and different foods are going to be aggravating. That also depends on the different seasons, right? So, like, something hot and spicy is like much more conducive in the wintertime because it's cold out and we want to like warm our inner fire. But in the summertime, something warm and spicy might aggravate our pitta if we have a pitta dosha, if we have too much fire, and then we shouldn't do that much heat. So, again, self knowledge is also self responsibility. And there lies a key component of um, how do we want to advocate for ourselves? How do we advocate for ourselves? Can we even see that what we're doing is aggravating us? Do we actually want to make a change? Do we want to step into the line in the flow of self-responsibility so that we don't have to live with this pain or this suffering? Are we willing to change our ways? Are we willing to change so that we can live in harmony and balance and not feel that chaotic state in our system? Or are we addicted to the chaos, and that's a place that we reside because we're not yet ready to really unravel and really align with our higher self, which is peace and harmony and love and joy? A dear teacher of mine explained that, we talk about wanting balance and peace, but it's kind of almost boring in the sense that, this constant aggravation of our system and kind of chaos is like exciting, and it like drags us around and our nervous system spikes, and it's like we indulge in these things and we're constantly like getting our system all in this wild state, and that feels alive. And yes, there's a time and place for that, but also when we are suffering and we are in pain and we don't feel connected to our inner capacity, our empowered state of being where we can transform. We do not need to be just in autopilot or dragged around by the external world or told who we are, but we can advocate for ourselves through self knowledge and understanding our incredible capacity, our divine truth, our birthright. And can we then align and listen to our heart, to our body? And with that, what's available there is more than we could possibly imagine. And that state of empowerment and self knowledge and self awareness, and it's almost like really creating the field of awakened consciousness, and um, to open up into that quality of life and understanding and willingness to change on our behalf, and to know that we are worth it, we deserve it, we can do it, we have the capacity, we are more powerful than we ever realize. And so the second piece of this title is self healing. So self knowledge for self healing. So know thyself, and from that space, you can heal thyself. And with Ayurveda, it's when we know ourselves, we can start to look at the way we live our life, the foods we eat, the routine, the lifestyle, the movement, the exercise, the job, the relationships, the environment we live in, the home we live in, the clothes we wear, the emotional intelligence and maturity that we're able to cultivate and really sit and witness of life happening versus be in the reactionary state. So when we know ourselves and we fall deeply in love with ourselves, and return to that love that is that innocence, that pure beginning of life, that is always available for us. But we've created all these ego infrastructures to protect ourselves and to kind of create this whole form in which we move through. But when we have this moment of vulnerability and we really are like deeply dropped into this state of understanding who we are on this bigger divine beautiful capacity level that we often forget because the world is not that nice. We've been told many things in our life, but can we really feel into our goodness? Can we feel into our balance? Can we feel into our inner peace and our inner awareness? And can we then make decisions to understand and to not continue to do the things that are just going to aggravate our system? So if we're like eating some food, right? So Ayurveda is really focused on food routine, daily routine, seasonal routine, morning routine, nightly routine. We incorporate then yoga practices, meditation practices, breath work. We do self massage and self dry brushing. We do lots of different oiling practice to help lubricate the body. So when we think about all these different tools that Ayurveda offers, what we're looking at is on like a foundational level is, okay, so this food here is not digesting well, or this food is aggravating my system, or this food is not healthy for me and I know it. Can we actually then make the change to stop doing that? So that food doesn't work for my body, and yet I keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and your body's giving you this like clear sign to stop doing it. So there's an Ayurvedic word around acting against our own intelligence. So we know that's not good for us, and yet we still continue to do it. And we still continue to do it, and it's not good for us. And then at some point we have some major aggravation that goes deeper and deeper into the system and then manifests as something that is much harder to really pull ourselves back out of, right? So our body's giving us these signs. We're aware that it's not good for us. It's aggravating our system. It's causing whatever it is in the skin, in the intestinal, in the constipation, in the aggravation of our emotions. Something too spicy, something too heavy and dense. So really looking at our food and then our lifestyle, it's like, you know, when are we waking up and are we feeling energized? When are we going to bed? We know we should go to bed early, but people stay up late and do all these things. Then they're really tired and then they drink too much coffee and they don't feel great in the morning. And so we know that sleep is one of the most important pillars of our everyday health and well being. And yet, we as a collective really are just very capable of denying ourselves sleep and staying up, and then we have more energy and we get distracted and we want to watch Netflix. And it's like if we go to bed earlier, we wake up earlier, we have time to do more things, our body feels better, we get to do our natural de-stress and detoxify and really renew ourselves each night and wake up with the energy that we actually have in our own being. So these things are, with self-healing, can we really listen and can we respond to that which we know, to that which we feel, to that which we, that higher knowledge, that higher awareness and wisdom, to really align ourselves with the self knowledge for the self healing. And that self healing is on an emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical level. When we stop aggravating our system, we get to allow our nervous system to quiet down, our thoughts to quiet down. We get to do these different practices. We get to go be out in nature. And then that space allows this emotional freedom, this emotional healing, this emotional intelligence to come online. And we get to move through the world with so much more ease and grace. And so I invite you to fall deeply in love with yourself. You are a miracle. You are divine. You are amazing and extremely powerful. And can you really listen to that inner wisdom, to that heart wisdom, to your body's intelligence? And can you respond and can you align with that wisdom, and can you really advocate for your self healing, which offers a level of inner peace and freedom that is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for joining me on today's episode 26 on Liberate Your Life podcast. Self-knowledge for self-healing. It's good to be back. It's good to get the flow of my voice and to share from my heart. I have so much to share and I'm very excited to be back. And it's been an incredible transformation for me to become a mama and to be here with my little baby sweet boy here. And you can connect with me on Instagram at melindareese.co or at Tahoe Ayurveda. And you can head to my website. I have a spring special for Ayurvedic counseling. I'm running a spring cleanse starting May 1st to May 7th. And there's a lot of great wisdom there offered through videos and my blog. And please connect with me there. Looking forward to connecting with you down the path. Namaste.